Hi Nachiket, how are you?
I'm fine.
All right. Okay. Congratulations on the amazing book, The Lake Mystery, and also on this podcast. Would you please like to
Yeah,
introduce?
yeah, sure. I'm Nachiket and I'm an author. I'm in grade 9, about to go in grade 10, and I'm in Atman Academy School.
All right. Okay. So, is this the first book that you have written?
No, not really. I've written three books. This is the third one, The Lake Mystery.
All right. Okay. So, can you tell us what is this book about?
Yeah, it's about mystery in the lake. There's a lake, it's being polluted. No one knows why. Then there are two people, a boy who likes to like engineering, who likes to build robots, and a girl who wishes to become a detective. She's in training and she wants to become a professional detective. These two meet up and talk about the pollution in the lake and why it's happening. So they decide to team up and work on this problem. Then the boy builds a robot named Witty. It can be connected to any machine or device. So he connects it to a boat which can like remove all the pollution, like the plastic bags and waste. And then the girl tries to find out how this pollution is happening. And they find out the reason that there is a scientist behind it.
Oh, that's a very, very interesting book. Okay. So, how
Yeah.
did you come up with the idea of this book? Like, what was
Well,
the
I came up with it in school. They were talking about pollution in the oceans, and I got this idea to start up a book. This should be the idea of the book. I got the idea.
All right. So the other two books that you have written, those are also on the BriBooks platform.
Yeah, they are all on the BriBooks platform.
All right, what are those books called?
First one is The Cosmos at War. It's about two conflicts. There are conflicts happening in the cosmos. There's a villain, and everyone tries to stop him. That's The Cosmos at War. The second is The Fog Man, where a normal teenager boy gets into an accident and his body turns into fog, like
Oh,
a superhero.
those are very, very, interesting books. So, do you love reading fiction as well, as much as you write?
Yeah,
What
yes, I love reading a lot of fiction as much as I love writing books.
what kind of, I mean, what are the books that you would, if you were to name a few books that you like to read, what will those be?
While a few are Marvel comics based on the Avengers series. Second is the Asterix and Obelix series. Third is Tintin, and fourth is Amar Chitrakatha.
Oh, very nice, very nice. So you also have a vast variety of books that you are reading. That is very,
Yeah,
very interesting. All right. So, this book that you have written, now you understand that, book writing or becoming a published author is not just about the story. It is also about the entire journey of, first you have to idealize and then you have to publish your book and then market it. So, if there was just one advice that you could share with the budding authors or the aspiring authors, what advice would that be?
yeah, there is one advice to keep the story simple, short, and sweet, and especially to the audience who will be children, keeping it short and sweet, which will be enough to keep them interested, spark the interest in them, and not make them bored.
Right. All right, yeah, that's a very good advice. Also, because you have written three books and those are very different types, though all of those come under fiction, but they are also fall under different categories. So if you
Yeah.
were to write another book, what genre would you like to try and why?
This time I would like to try a different genre like magic or mystery or even the same genre. But this time I'm planning on writing a new book with a different genre that I've never tried before.
All right, all right. Let's see. It's always good to experiment with whatever,
Yeah.
our thoughts are. Also, so with
Yes.
this book, did you come up with the story? Like, did you frame the entire story before started writing the book, or did you just think of
Yes.
the basic plan and then the ideas came flourishing in while you were writing?
Like framed a full story. I created it in my mind and then it came into an idea. It became an idea and I started to write it down in a diary, start to finish.
All right, okay. And you know most of the people they do is what they write the story first and then think of a title later.
Mm.
So was it the case with your book as well, or did you decide on the title before?
First, like my plan is not to focus on the title much. I first develop the story and develop the characters and then find a suitable title which will suit the story.
Right, right. And did you do some kind of research before you started writing all of these books, like, about book writing or how does this work or anything of that sort?
Well, there was like one video I watched which was posted and made by Amir Dror, the
Yes.
founder of BriBooks, on how to write a great book and how to write books for beginners. I watched those videos and then I started using his tips.
Right. So, when you started writing your first book, did you realize that it was as easy as, Amidor has shared that, anyone can write a book because we are all full
Mm.
of ideas and it's just the first step that's difficult where we, start, writing.
Yeah.
Then it becomes easy. So, if I were to ask your favorite part of the book that you have written, what part will that be?
The part where the bot named Witty, which was made by the engineer boy, he starts cleaning the ocean, which is helping nature. And the other favorite part is where the girl investigates and find out that there is a scientist behind the pollution who's making underwater submarines shaped as fish. And he tries to distract the people by polluting the waters so nobody like pays attention to his work or discovers that he is doing such things. That was the favorite part.
Yes, that's great. Also, are all of these books standalone books? I mean, they're just single copies, or is any of the storyline with respect that, there can be a second part to the book?
Well, they can be a second part, but for now, I'm like single copies. They might be single copies,
All
no
right.
sequels.
All right. Okay. Okay. That's, it's a great idea. I mean, a few people they want to, maybe the story is as elaborate, or maybe, the adventures can go on in different scenarios or situations, I would say. So then people would like to write out, sequences or other series of the books.
Mm.
I think standalone books are also as interesting, and because
Yeah.
they're short, so anybody and everybody would like to, read them. And
Mm.
I mean, when you shared this book with your friends and family, what was their feedback about it?
They loved the book and they loved the idea and the title, and they encouraged me to write more books. Yeah,
Right.
like that.
And when you started writing the book, the first book that you had written, and this is the third book that you have written, did you feel any difference
Yes.
in your, vocabulary or your comprehension skills?
Mhm. Yes, the first book I wrote was like it was my idea, full my idea, and I used the pictures that were given by BriBooks. In
Right.
the second one, you could add your own pictures, so I drew the pictures and I put it in the book. And for the third one, I got free copyright pictures which were developed by AI, and I put that into the third book.
So it is kind of an evolution in itself. You become more confident
Yeah,
while writing the book. You understand how you can make your book better than the previous one, and you learn all
yeah.
of the techniques, right? So also, when you had the first copy of all of your books, I would say, how did you feel as an author?
I felt very good and very warm from inside.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I felt very happy that my book is out in public and being read by people.
right. Yes, yes. And before you started writing the first book, did you ever think of becoming an author?
Not really, but when I started writing, I felt like that, yeah, I would become a successful author.
Right, and then you had, shared your first book and the second one, and they must have done great. Therefore, you've written the
Yes,
this third book, and
yes, they did turn out great.
yes. And did anybody help you? Maybe in promotion or while writing or proofreading or anything of that sorts?
Yes, my parents read it and they gave me feedbacks and tips on how to improve it.
All right. And how did you, I mean, manage to, because I understand that all of our authors are young kids and they have
Yeah.
schools, exams and everything. So therefore, time management is one skill that we need to, learn while writing a book. So was it kind of easy for you? Was it like kind of a hobby that you could, take out some time of the day and write the book? Or was it like a
Yeah,
full-on project for you?
it was half like a hobby and half a project because there are many more things that I would like to do beside book writing, like animation and filmmaking.
Oh, that's very, very great. I also personally do filmmaking, and it's a very great field. Also, you can, if you are into animation, you can also add some of your animation characters or sketches in the book that you write later.
Yes, I will do that in my next book.
Yeah, yeah, I will definitely go read your next book. I am, waiting for it. And thank you so much for connecting with us. All the
Mm,
best for your next book, and
thank you.
have a great day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.